Well, hello, Lutz. It's Tucker here. I just got done grading the muscular strength and endurance part of the homework, and I noticed that a lot of students indicated that you're in kind of the beginning or intermediate phase of that type of exercise. So I just wanted to go over some of the kind of common exercises and some of the do's and don'ts for those, and some of the kind of cues that I have to help you remember. So let's just start out with a simple squat. Squats are great. They can be done a variety of ways, and they work a lot of different muscle groups. So your basic squat is just kind of shoulder width, and just again squatting down. You can do air squats. You can go super deep if you want. You can do mini squats, and they're all beneficial. Hi, Levi. He's going to demo four-legged squats. You can also do kind of plie squats. I like to call them sumo squats and pretend like I have a giant diaper on. Sumo, yes. But regardless of what type of squat that you're doing, you just want to make sure that that knee and ankle are kind of staying in alignment, and that knee is not going to be coming forward and going over the toes. So basically, when you squat, you want to make sure that that butt comes back, okay? Kind of like you're hovering over a disgusting porta potty, okay? So, yeah, you got to set your butt back, or it's going to be a bad day in that porta potty and you're never going to want to leave. So, okay, squat that butt back, okay? All right, so that's just kind of a simple way of kind of keeping in mind, get that butt back for the squat, keep those, the knee over the ankles, don't let those knees come out, extend over the toes there, okay? I'm gonna give you another trick for that a little bit later when I take my shoes off. Same thing goes for your lunges. Okay, you want to just make sure that that front knee doesn't start going forward. Okay, I don't know what he's doing, but that's okay. So, kind of think about a lunge as being a dip, hip dip, hip dip, rather than thinking about it being a lunge and bringing that knee forward. Okay, so foot out, hip, dip, back, step, hip, dip, forward. So either way, kind of the same idea, keeping that knee at 90 degrees. So there's two easy ways of protecting those knees to make sure that you can do these activities um, throughout your lifespan. Because think about every time you sit in a chair and come back up, you're squatting. So we do that. Think about the number of times you squat during your day. Um, some other things to think about when you're doing push-ups or planks is keeping that core engaged. So you want to think about when you're engaging the core. Think about somebody's going to walk up to you and poke you in the belly. Okay, not so much. They're not going to punch you in the belly and make you go like this, but you're just going to kind of suck in a little bit and engage and kind of embrace for that impact, a little bit of impact there. So that helps you to kind of think about engaging the core. And if you engage your core during every single exercise you do, then every exercise you do becomes a core exercise. Yay! So you don't have to lay down on the ground and do crunches to get your core workout. In fact, I like to do more functional exercises. I really like doing my crunches standing. Okay, this is more of what we do in a day. We stand and we reach for things. Even the act of putting on a seat belt is a rotation. So this is more functional. Okay, we're working our core, our midsection, in the way that we're more likely to utilize it throughout the day. So if you're going to do things like planks or push-ups, those are awesome. But the theory was that you wanted to be as straight as possible, and that's changed a little bit. We want to think about now protecting the low back and making sure that we are not getting saggy, we're not getting sloppy when we're doing push-ups and things like planks, because that defeats the purpose. So what I like to say is, if you're getting sloppy, you must stoppy. What was that again? If you're getting sloppy, you must stoppy. That's right. Okay, good. So, you might start out with a plank like this, and you'll notice that a common error is this starts to happen. So if we can start up a little bit higher like this, if we start getting weak, we come down and we can adjust before we get into that sway back position that's really hard on the back. Okay? Another great exercise that I like to do is modified push-ups. I actually prefer to teach push-ups from the knees because you can engage the core throughout the exercise, and you're less likely to get into that bad position in which the back is awkwardly swayed. That puts a lot of stress and pressure on the back. So with a modified push-up, it might seem like it's easier, but really you're isolating your upper body, and you're not really thinking about the lower body engaging for this. So it becomes a really targeted upper body exercise. If you're not good at doing push-ups, there's a way to progress into being able to do a push-up. You might start here, all fours, and come down. Okay, there's your introductory push-up. Then you start getting a little bit further back, and then further back again until you're pretty straight. Okay, and making sure the entire time that that core is engaged. Okay, if that core starts getting sloppy, starts to droppy, you must stoppy or fix it. If you can't fix it, stop, shake it out, get back to it. So, those are just some simple kind of strategies for squats, lunges, and anything core related. One thing that's kind of nice also is developing the little tiny muscles in your feet. So if you're doing body weight exercises, especially at home in your own living room or in your backyard like this, take your shoes and socks off and really think about your toes playing a pivotal role in your stability. So now your toes, instead of just being on the ends of your feet, are now going to engage, and they're going to grasp at the ground, okay? And so now a common error for squats, especially for women, is that the knees start coming in. So if we can plant our feet and keep our toes and our arches engaged and really set into the ground, that keeps our knees in that proper position. Okay? If we start letting our arches collapse, look what happens to the knees. Okay? So get that outer edge, those toes really fired. Okay? And work on lunges. And now you're not only working hips, glutes, but now you're engaging those muscles in the feet and in the ankles. And those muscles are the ones that will kick in very quickly. If you're off balance a little bit, take a misstep, those are the ones that will help right you so that you don't embarrass yourself in public. So anyway, you can look up a lot of this information. There's tons of YouTube videos out there. I've got a lot of these videos on my PowerPoint as well. So if you have any questions, I would love for y'all to call me, email me. We can do a Zoom workout together, things like that. So anyway, hope this helped a little bit and that you have a wonderful weekend. Go Lutes!